Buying furniture is a very big investment. It's a complicated process, and there's a lot of questions involved to do it right. So today, we're going to count down 5 of the questions that our customers ask us the most, and the answers are going to help you make more informed purchasing decisions. Hi, I'm Richard from Fly By Night, Northampton and Maynard. I've been selling furniture for over 40 years, and I've helped thousands of people make decisions on their furniture and mattresses. We're going to start with question number 5. Are your salespeople on commission? The answer at Fly By Night is a resounding no. All of our staff are on salary. They do not make more money if you buy a more expensive fabric, if you upgrade to a nicer cushion, if you buy a better mattress or a more expensive bed. They still make the same amount of money. Their advice is based on what's best for you, not what's best for them. Sometimes our advice is that expensive fabric looks beautiful, but it might not be the best choice with dogs and kids. Maybe you should consider a less expensive performance fabric. Sometimes the best advice is, you love it, it's gorgeous, you should absolutely go for it. Question number 4, how long will it take to get my furniture? To answer this question, there are really 3 main possibilities. First, the item might be in stock. That means we physically have it in our warehouse or one of our showrooms. The second answer is that the item might be on order. That means we've already ordered it from the maker or the factory, but it hasn't arrived to us yet. And the third option is a special order. That means that the item does not exist until you specify what size, color, fabric, configuration, so it's made exactly the way you want it. Now, once we know which of the 3 order types it is, we can look at the 3 timelines. The first is the maker's timeline. The second timeline is the freight timeline. How long does it take to get from the builder or the manufacturer to our warehouse? And then finally, the third timeline is the delivery timeline. Once we have it in our warehouse, how long does it take for us to deluxe it, receive it, schedule your delivery, load the truck, and bring it safely into your home? So here are the questions that you should really be asking. First, is the item in stock? If it's not in stock, is it already on order? Second, if this is a special order, how long does this manufacturer usually take? And do they have the fabric and the parts they need to build what I want, or is that going to take additional time? A good store should be able to answer these questions and always let you know which part of the process you're waiting on. Question 3, why is your furniture so expensive? Now I'm going to push back on this a little bit. Expensive compared to what? If you're comparing us to fast, disposable furniture that looks good online and then falls apart a few months after you get it in your hands, we're expensive. But if you compare us to other stores of our class, stores that are selling American and European-made upholstery, Amish-built solid wood furniture, and European component natural mattresses, you're going to find that we're not expensive at all. As a matter of fact, sometimes we're less, a lot less. Take our ChairWorks dining chairs. They're built in Ohio by our Amish partners. They use wood from their own forests, they cut it on their own rough mill, and they have the best Italian woodworking machines there are. You really can't build a better chair than them. Most solid cherry dining chairs are in the $600 to $800 range, but our ChairWorks chairs cost half that much. Or look at our NoHo bedroom collection. We buy it by the truckload for another Amish partner. It's wide board solid cherry, as well constructed as can be, and a queen size is $11.99 in 2026. That is hundreds of dollars less than other nearby products. The matching nightstand is only $369 in solid cherry, and the matching dressers have 1 board drawer fronts going all the way across. That's a premium feature you only find at much more expensive furniture. Our Mountain Series mattresses are locally built. They're very high quality and they're two-sided, so you can flip them over for longer life. We sell hundreds of them a year with almost no problems. And these mattresses cost half as much as the big box stores. When people ask, why is your furniture so expensive? I think it really isn't. It's just being compared to the wrong thing. Question number 2, what happens if something goes wrong? This is a really fair question because furniture is a significant investment. And although nobody wants things to go wrong, in the real world, problems do occur. Something can go wrong during manufacturing. Something can be damaged during shipping. Something can get hurt during delivery into your home. Or maybe after you've owned the piece for a while, you notice that something just isn't quite right. When something does go wrong, the first thing that we need to do is diagnose the problem. First, is it an order issue? Did the piece come in the right size, finish, fabric, and configuration? Second, was there shipping damage? Was there a crushed corner or a cracked rail or some hidden damage? Third, was there delivery damage? Did the house or the piece get damaged trying to fit it through the door or up the stairway? So we can't promise that we're going to give you the same answer to every question, but we can promise that we're going to give you our full attention and that we're going to do our very best to resolve whatever issue that you might actually have. Finally, we're at the last question, the one we're asked the most. Why does one sofa cost more than another? Now, I'm sure we've all wondered, in a showroom, you look at 2 sofas and they look fairly much the same, and one can cost hundreds of dollars or even thousands of dollars more than the other one. Well, why is this? Usually, the difference is hiding on the inside. And here are 5 things that really determine the cost of the sofa. First, the frame. What's it made of? Is it kiln-dried hardwood? Is it engineered wood? Or is it MDF or particle board? How are the corners reinforced? Are there glue blocks? Are there screws? Or is it only stapled and glued together? Second is the suspension system. What kind of springs are underneath the cushions? And the third choice is webbing. Now, this isn't automatically bad. The very worst and cheapest sofas have webbing, but also really high quality mid-century modern sofas that don't have a lot of room in the deck for a coil unit can use Pirelli webbing. American leather uses Pirelli webbing, and that can last 20 years. So good webbing is far different than cheap webbing. How they feel is crucial, but what's inside is really important. High density foam will hold its shape and retain its comfort. The higher the density, the greater the cost. Springing down can add bounce and softness to a cushion. It too will add to the cost. And then finally, there's down blend cushions and Trillium blend cushions. They can give you a premium sink-in soft feel, but they're going to require a lot more maintenance. High-density foam cushions will hold their shape the best, and the higher the density of foam, the more they're going to cost. You can add spring and down to cushions on top of the foam to give them more bounce and a little more suppleness. That too will add to the cost. Or finally, you can do real goose down and feather cushions or Trillium blended cushions. They'll give you a luxurious sink-in feel, but they take a lot of fluffing and maintenance to keep them looking nice. Fourth is the cover. A sofa has almost 20 yards of upholstery fabric in it. That's a lot of fabric. The fabric content, the pattern matching, the stain resistance, the durability, all of these things can add to the price of the fabric. The fifth is custom options. If you want to add deeper seating, contrasting piping, power recliners, or sleeper mechanisms to the inside of sofas, these all take a lot more manufacturing and testing and are going to raise the cost a lot more. Please do remember, though, that more expensive does not always mean better. What's better is what's right for your body, what's right for your room, what's right for your budget, and what's right for the way that you really use the sofa. Just remember, you don't have to be a furniture expert to buy a sofa. That's our job. So before you buy furniture, try to ask these questions. Are the salespeople being paid to guide me? Are they being paid to push me? The more specific your questions are, the easier it is to make a confident decision. So bring your measurements, bring photos of the room, bring fabric questions, bring your pet concerns, bring your doorway worries, bring your mattress complaints, and be honest with us about how the furniture is actually going to be used. We're in Northampton and Maynard, Massachusetts. Come in once, come in twice, come 5 times, however many times it takes, and we'll do our best to make your home beautiful and comfortable.